Hello, everyone. It's Lauren. For those of you that don't know me, I do make videos on TikTok and YouTube about my experiences with dealing with high functioning autism in a time when it was poorly understood, in hopes of helping others to deal with the condition that have a loved one or have it themselves. And in this video, I want to talk about something that's I think is interesting. It's called being intuitive. I feel like intuition and sensory issues go hand in hand with autism. And it's almost like they complement and curse each other. I always felt like I was intuitive to the external environment and that of my own body. Actually, a psychiatrist told my mom one time that I was more in tune to my own body than what normal people were. I feel like my sensory issues keep me on high alert for everything. I do feel like I see, hear, and feel things that others don't. Even though I've always had issues with my ears, I still hear stuff that others may not hear. For example, misinterpreting every smell as a problem. Like, every time I smell something, I feel like it's going to be a fire hazard, whether it is or whether it's not. And every time that I hear any noise or have an abnormal smell about my car, it's hard not to get panic thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a breakdown. And like at night, like if I hear something, like I've noticed it more lately with myself, and I don't know if this is perimenopause or what, but I panic every time I hear a noise because I fear a break-in. Being intuitive can be a blessing. It helps to identify a potential problem before it gets out of hand. Recently, we've had some experiences that I felt were very concerning. One incident was with our bathroom heater, and I'm not going to go into detail about it. And I had to convince my dad that there was something wrong with the heater. And a few days later, he called his friend that's an electrician, and his friend later came up and examined the problem, and thank goodness they got it fixed, because if his friend hadn't come up and found the problem, then it could have easily been a fire hazard. And as for me personally, I knew something was wrong about my female parts ever since I started my period at age 11. I would tell my mom, I just don't feel like something's right. I know that I dealt with pain well, but the times that I had pain, I was like, this isn't normal. And other times, I would be fine. And I knew that it wasn't normal to bleed for 2 weeks at a time, pain or no pain. Finally, in 2009, after about 15 years or so of dealing with very annoying periods, I was finally given an endometriosis diagnosis by a laparoscopic surgery where they went in and they burn it off and was put on treatment for it. So I'm going to say this. If you are a loved one with autism, have intuition, just think of it as a key to unlocking a problem before it gets out of hand. And always listen to your autistic loved ones. And BTW, remember that these kids are not looking for attention. Whatever they feel is real to them. Alright guys, thank you so much for listening. Make sure to tune in and like, share, and subscribe, because there will be more to come.